Hi, my dear brothers and sisters. Hopefully, you're okay. You are doing well. Something unusual has happened in Durban, South Africa, where hundreds of foreign nationals have protested, marching toward South African police stations, demanding protection, peace, and their rights after being chased and beaten and calling them to go out of South Africa by some young South Africans.
Police station seeking protection. They say they're heeding a large group of foreign nationals is camping outside the Durban Central Police Station seeking protection. They say they're heeding a call by anti-illegal migrants group March on March to vacate where they live. That organization has led several protests demanding the mass deportation of undocumented foreign nationals and stricter enforcement of immigration laws. From Africa's Zikhona Chona is live to us from the police station this morning. Zikhona, this is an incredibly difficult situation for people who, in some cases, have spent many, many years in South Africa and have built their lives here.
And I would say the group gathered here is hundreds of people, Michelle, coming from areas across Durban. Some of them spent the night here. They're saying they are heeding to a call by March and March to vacate where they stay. The deadline is looming. It's not yet to come. But as you can see, there are women here. There are children, pregnant women who came out to camp here since yesterday, as I've mentioned. Many of them saying they have been in South Africa for years. They have been running businesses here or informally trading here, and they have simply not been able to do that since those marches in the city center began. Some of them are saying they haven't been able to pay rent, they haven't been able to put food on their tables, and this is their last call for help. They are asking for police to protect them or to move them to an area where they can be safe. One of the women who has been here since yesterday, spending the night here, 8 months pregnant from the DRC. Anik, you've been here since yesterday. You are 8 months pregnant. How are you? How does the situation make you feel?
I'm not feeling nice. Yeah, my situation, the pressure was high, the sugar was high. I'm not nice.
And you came here today asking the police to help you. How are you hoping the police will help you?
I didn't ask the police nothing because the police is busy to say we must go home. Nothing I was asking the police.
You've been camping here since yesterday. You are an informal trader. What is your plan?
It's panic. The stomach is panic. The pressure was high. The sugar was high. There's no food here. I'm not eating any food, Yeah. Okay. Situation is not nice.
Yeah, now you can see how divide and conquer is working. South Africans, black South Africans, young South Africans have been shifted from demanding the return of the land to fighting fellow black people. So the agenda was to take back the land, to own the means of production, to control our resources. Now the agenda has shifted from demanding the return of the land, from demanding controlling resources. Now the agenda is fighting fellow Africans. This is how divide and conquer is working. And what is paining that even my fellow young black South Africans don't see this. They don't see that this is a kind of division are imposed on them to change direction and to change focus. Now they're changing focus and looking to fellow black Africans from other parts of the world or of the continent. So instead of coming together, uniting and say we want to own the means of production, we want to control our resources, we want the land for investment, now they're busy fighting fellow Africans. The agenda has shifted. And after that, because these white people, they know how to play the games. After that, they will say there has black genocide in South Africa. Black people are being killed. And when you say no, they will come up with pictures and videos. These videos that are in social media will be used to legitimize your action. They will say, you see, They have killed their brothers and sisters, and they want to kill us also. And the statement of Donald Trump will come true, that there is white genocide in South Africa. And all in all, the aim and the mission is to make sure that black South Africans don't think about the land, don't think about controlling resources. So they are just changing focuses. We need to educate fellow black South Africans. Our problem is not Africans. All of us, our problems are the same. Black people, our problems are the same. We want to own the means of production. We don't control our resources. Even if our resources, we have resources, these resources are not owned by us. Look, the oil and energy sectors, who controlling our energy, our oil industries? It's Western companies. And that's why at this time, we are still importing oil from Gulf countries. We are still struggling with the shortage of oil. While we have oil in Angola, oil in Nigeria. Who own those oil? All those companies operating there. It's not Africans. So now the agenda has shifted from fighting and taking back the land and controlling the means of production. Now we are fighting each other. And they will give weapons to these people to fight us. They will give weapons. You know, if you fight, you are beating the cat into the loom. When the time comes that there's no option, the cat will fight back. And that's what will happen. When these people are being beaten and chased, this is what we are calling foreigners. While we know that these are not foreigners, there's no foreigner in Africa. These fellow Africans, brothers and sisters, we Africans, when we will say there's no option, let us fight back. Things will be difficult. There will be no way to stop that conflict. We will start hunting one another, killing each other. So let us be careful, family, brothers and sisters. Fellow South Africans, please. The future is dark. Bright flame will survive. Let us not lose focus. Let us focus on how we can take back the land. This has sparked social media, and one of the message that was sparking the social media, this message delivered by this young girl from Democratic Republic of Congo. She spoken emotional, and she touched hearts of thousands of Africans. Let me take you to what she has said.
Okay, I'm standing here to represent the youth and the children of the refugee community. Okay, we have seen a lot going on media, and we have a lot of fear that we're even scared to go to school. Even our fellow classmates are threatening us, telling us, oh, when are you going back? And those, our parents who are self-employed, they can no longer go to work for us or to cater for us. And our landlords also, they are unable to listen to our cries. So we're here to ask the South Africans, mostly the government, you'll know yourself what are the acts that you'll set for the refugees. Those papers that you give us at the Home Affairs, they allow us to work and to study here in the country. So where is it that you're claiming that we're taking your jobs, when in reality we have our self-employed parents, a mechanic at that, he's creating his own job to feed his own family. So how can you tell me that, how did he come to your house or take your job? How can you go on to say that we are taking your jobs? Why don't you then blame the government itself? The Refugee Act itself allows us also to be treated as your South Africans, wherever that we need to be treated at the hospital. It does not say private hospitalization whatsoever. It says to be treated as South African citizens. So we call upon the nation, international community, we call upon the UNHCR that supports every organization that knows how to support refugees to please come and cry and listen to our cry. We're not only representing Congolese, we're representing every refugee community that is in this country, be it Zimbabwe, Mozambique, DRC, Somalia, Ethiopian, Malawi, wherever they are. We need to be heard because we are not at fault. They're not supposed to be hitting us. They're not supposed to be attacking us. They need to attack their own government. They need to attack the Home Affairs. They need to attack the official which they claim are being bribed to be taken to give them the documents. So we can't just keep on. So as we are here today, as a youth, I'm also crying out to say that I cannot go on living with fear, knowing that I've been staying here for more than 10 years. I've been staying a normal life, but then all of a sudden now we are told to be kicked out. Why? What have we done? What crime have we committed? Just being a refugee. What about other refugees that come from South Africa that stay there also? Can they also be considered? So this thing, we need the entire organization, the government, the UNHCR, or any refugee organization to hear our cry. As we are here today at the Central Durban South African Police Station, we are not going anywhere until we know the solution, until we hear that all the officials, they hear our cry and every single person's own cry that they have. But as we are here today, we say that we need help as refugees. We need UNHCR to be with us, because we cannot just go on about it. Every single day we're waking up, we're hearing, even in our township, people are putting borders to say, hey, refugees, you must go. Hey, when are you going? On the 30th of June, we're going to be here, we're coming to attack you. So how do you expect us to live? How do you expect us to stay in the same community with fear? What exactly are we going to do? So we need, has the news, has the communication.
Yeah, that is a young girl whose parents came from Democratic Republic of Congo, talking about the real situation on the ground. But it's not only her. I saw also Nigerian lady talking about the same situation. Let me take you to what this Nigerian lady has said. She has lived in South Africa for 15 years. So when you tell her go out, she don't know where she can go, because she has lived in South Africa for more than 15 years. Let me take you to what she has said.
This morning, yeah, around 11 o'clock, we were joining there with the other group that slept there yesterday. So we're just sitting and speaking to the police that we want peace. The police must protect us. We don't want to traumatize them or to make noise, because we know police are doing their job. Because I was speaking to the police that we want peace, because now we're not working. Because you are in the building, someone saying foreigner must go, we are not safe. But if you want to speak to police...
Who are the people that are saying foreigner must go where we live?
You see, we are living in a point in a building, we have South African people. You understand? Everywhere in the bus, in the taxi. So we are unsafe, because we know we are foreigners here in South Africa. I grew up here, I came here when I was 15, today I'm 31. But now see, I'm here under my arm, and I covered the towel because it's showing bed within my leg. Police are supposed to be friendly with people, not to shoot. They don't care whether you are a woman, children. There's some mothers who are carrying their children. You think people, if they're living a nice life or peaceful life, they won't come and make noise. We never come make noise. We just came here to speak to the police. We want peace. Just want to speak to them and to protect us. Finish.
So police say they don't want you there in the central?
Yes, they chased us, yes.
For what reason?
I don't know. Maybe they thought maybe people will make noise. I don't know what they were thinking. People will do something better, but I don't know. That's all, yes, I can say. Yeah, we were from there to here, so I don't know. We're stopping here. We don't know what we're going to do now. Because we're not working. We are not working. How are you going to survive? It's very hard.
So you guys, what do you want to see happening now, going forward?
No, we never demand anything. The only thing we want is only peace. To protect the people and give people answers.
Okay.
Yeah, they went to police stations, but police stations or police officers didn't listen to them, and they were chased out. What reaction will be taken by these people? While in the backside they're being beaten and chased out, and when they find relief on police station, also they find the same reaction. What these people will do if they will try to protect themselves? Don't you see that if someone who have bad intention can give these people weapons, they can start fighting fellow South Africans, black South Africans? Don't you see this will bring civil war in South Africa? Don't you see this will bring conflict among blacks in South Africa? Let me take you to what Ramaphosa has said about the issue of these foreign nationals. You know, I don't know what happened to our brothers and sisters, especially this young generation of South Africa, why they forgot very easy what the contribution of other African nations to their nation. Let me take you to what Ramaphosa said.
We did not win our freedom alone. We were carried by a great tide of human solidarity that stretched across our continent and the entire globe. We owe a great debt to the many leaders, peoples, and nations who supported us. By honoring them with the national orders, we reaffirm our enduring commitment to peace and friendship with all nations based on our shared values of equality and dignity.
Yes, that is South African President, His Excellency President Cyril Ramaphosa, speaking openly that African nations contributed to make sure that South Africa is free. But why the current generation of black South Africans have forgotten the history and the truth about the contribution made by Africans? And of course, we don't support one another in order for them to return blessing. No, we contributed because we feel like these are our friends, our brothers and sisters, fellow Africans. So we have to participate to make sure that all of us, we are free, we are independent. So, but at the end of the day, these young black South Africans have forgotten the contribution made by fellow Africans. Have been hearing what Mbuyiseni and Rose have spoken about, the real causes of these problems. Let me take you to Mbuyiseni, former EFF member and the spokesperson of Economic Freedom Fighters, Mbuyiseni and Rose, what he has said.
There's something very specific in starting an organization, which is different to starting a service delivery protest. You have to have resources and be organized, buses, T-shirts, and all those things. So they call themselves, they're dealing with illegal immigration. That particular xenophobic movement, because they are resolving the problem amongst Africans. It's a problem amongst Africans. You are resolving it by mobilizing hate. It's very possible to talk about all those issues without mobilizing hate. It's very possible to speak about the fact that we must all know who we live with. I must know who are you, because the day there's a dispute, I must be able to find you. We go to court and resolve my dispute. So no one is going to wake up and say there shouldn't be documentation. Otherwise, how could we plan a country? How would we budget? We need to budget and all those things. But this is why the true name for it is called lumpen radicalism. I'll give you the most dramatic example. You see the spaza shops of Ethiopians, Pakistanis, and Bangladesh. I think it's very small, but let's say that. They are not in town, far away. They are not in complexes per se. Where are they? In your garages. Who opened the door of the garage for the Ethiopian to have a spaza shop? Who takes rent? Then you leave the house and go march. How did you come to the agreement? How do they pay you such that they are engaged in this illegality? And did you say, are you documented? Did you ask those questions? That's the phenomena of let's chase the spaza shops out. But it's a mutual economy. They're not freestanding. They are your business transactions. They are your business. They are in the community. You are the landlords. I mean, if you were to calculate how far Ethiopia is, or how far Pakistan is, it's not possible that they can be in your garage. Your garage. Does it make sense? So the conversation has to be a bit more responsible, a bit more honest. So the tenderpreneurs are your uncles, they're the ones that hire in the construction sites. It's not just the white people. It's not just in the farms. It's the Zimbabweans and the Mozambicans. And those two categories of people have been working in South Africa for over 200 years. But what do we want to resolve? Because we mustn't lie to each other. What is the conversation? Why is a man on a horse in Durban, in Zulu attire, chasing what? The spaza shop that he's left in the township in his garage. That takes rent from you rent your garage out. So what is the problem? We must be able to define it without inviting hate. What are we trying to resolve amongst the poor? That there should be peace among the poor, that there must be peace among Africans in particular. But if we do not name the problems properly, that's why today you will say Amashanga. Tomorrow you say South Africans. Tomorrow, you understand, none of that. So these are lumpen radicals preying on the desperate.
Yeah, that is Mbuyiseni Ndlozi speaking about the root causes and what is happening in South Africa. But there's something that I feel like it will happen. You know, these people, some of them, as you heard at the beginning, some came from Nigeria, some came from Mozambique, some came from Democratic Republic of Congo, some came from Somalia, from Sudan. Let us assume those who came maybe from Nigeria can go back to Nigeria. Those who came from Malawi can go back to Malawi. Those who came from Zimbabwe can go back to Zimbabwe. What about those who came from Congo? In the region where there is a conflict, what will happen when you beat these people, you chase them out, while they know that they have no place where they can settle? Are they ready to go to die in Congo, or they will say, let us die here in South Africa? What will happen to these people? They will decide that let us die here in South Africa. And when these people will change and they will find that there's no way, they will turn and become like animals. And that's where the civil war or conflict will start. And let us not forget, family, brothers and sisters, that in South Africa, white people want conflict purpose in order for them to have their own nation. They want Western Cape to be independent. So they're creating environment to make sure that South Africa is not settling. And when they go to the international communities, they go into United Nations, they will say, South Africa is not safe. We are not safe. We feel like we are being killed. We have witnessed what Donald Trump has spoken about white South Africans. So this is the creation, or this division have been created. There's someone who is behind all this division to make sure that white South Africans are going to have their own country. And if the people of South Africa are not clearly understand the root causes of all these things, at the end of the day, after fighting fellow Africans, black people, they will find that at the time they want to merge with white people, they will find that white people will not trust them. They will say, if you have killed black people, what about us? If you can kill fellow black people, what about we white people who are foreigners, totally foreigners? And white people will demand their own country. And the international community will give them for the safety. We have seen Trump talking about that. We have seen some of white people being taken to America, and we don't know what they went to do. Maybe they went to files and to write some documents. Some of them went to be trained, and we don't know what will happen in the future. And if we don't predict the future, family, brothers and sisters, South Africa is going to be divided. South Africa is going to be divided. And it's black people, black South Africans, who are going to cause South Africa to be divided into two countries. A country of black people and a country of white people. White people will not trust black people if they kill fellow black people. They will not trust. They will say these people are not appropriate. We can't live with these people because they are killers. I've been saying this many times. And I prophesize, if we don't take this seriously, South Africa is going to be divided into two countries. Take this from me. We are going to find another Israel inside South Africa. A new nation, a new Israel is going to emerge in South Africa. Because what you have seen in Palestine, in Middle East, between Israel and Palestine, will happen in South Africa. Because young black South Africans, they are not doing well. They're not doing well. They're not counting numbers and predicting the future. And how can you say people are coming to take your jobs? And who is giving those jobs? If you have jobs, and why they don't hire you? Those who have jobs, why they don't hire you? Why they hire Nigerians? Why they hire Zimbabwean? Why they hire Congolese, Mozambican? Why they don't hire you? Let us go back to the root causes. Why they prefer to hire Zimbabweans? Why they prefer to hire Congolese? And if these Congolese will go out, will they hire you? If you were there, they didn't hire you. If these Congolese will be taken out, they will hire you? Fellow South Africans, young people, brothers and sisters, please look on the future. The future is not bright if we continue these things. We are going to create an environment where white people will claim and demand their own country for their safety, the way they have did in Orania. And I wonder why black South Africans are not protesting black South Africans not protesting to demand access to Orania. Why don't black people say Orania is ours? Why white people in Orania are living in safe haven? And look, it's only black people who are suffering. And why it's always black people? Why black people we are suffering? What's wrong we have done, we black people? This is a shame thing. It's a shame, and we need to change, family, brothers and sisters. We are going to legitimize our action that there is white genocide, there is genocide in South Africa. For this behavior that we have, we can't tolerate these things. And what is also paining me, I saw even police supporting young black South Africans to chase fellow Africans. Yes, they came illegally. Maybe they came illegally. I cannot say they came legally. They came illegally. But is that a way of treating people who came illegally? History has taught us there are some South Africans who ran away and welcomed by fellow Africans when they were fighting against apartheid regimes. The way these Congolese are running away from M23 and other labor groups, the way Somalians are running away from Al-Shabaab, the way Ethiopians maybe are running away from Tigray. So, is it a right way to treat people? By chasing them, by beating them, by killing them? Is it a right way? And why it's we Africans? Why don't we see white people? Why it's only black people who are being chased and being kicked? You want to tell me that all whites and colored in South Africa have followed the regulation very well. There's no foreigners who came without documents. And why you don't touch them? You don't touch them because they're whites. You fear color. Blacks fear color. And this is not okay. You cannot punish us because of our color. What's wrong with this color? What's wrong with this color? Is this a color that is taking job? Is this color that is hiring people? These are cheap laborers, family, brothers and sisters. If you don't know, fellow South Africans, these people are cheap laborers. These who own the means of production, they know very well that these people have no way to go back home. They came from Democratic Republic of Congo, zone of war. They came from Somalia, where there was conflict. So they cannot, there's no way they can demand high wages. So they become hired by these capitalists, those who own the means of production. The only solution for you, fellow South Africans, black people, young black people, demand the land, demand the accountability. Let us learn what Traore has done. Traore has bought tractors, bought excavators and the construction equipment and given to young people. Go and create jobs. If you build industries, and if those Africans want jobs, they have to force their governments to build things so that young people can learn those businesses, can learn constructions, can repair roads, broken roads, can repair broken systems. That's how they can create jobs. Instead of hiring Chinese companies, instead of hiring Western companies. And this is not possible because white South Africans are the ones who owning those companies. So they hire their people and they hire black as cheap laborers. There's no one who can work into the farms of white people without white people understanding who is there. We have witnessed black people being shot dead in farms, even children who are coming from school and harvesting orange. Some were shot dead by white people. So today you find black people into those farms. Don't you think that these black people were brought by white people as cheap laborers? This is a big shame. This is a big shame. And if African Union and if regional bodies like SADC, like ECOWAS, and these East African community, they don't speak very loudly, we are going to witness big division and hatred among Africans. We are going to find ourselves into a big conflict. And I've been saying, these whites, they will give weapons to these people who came from Congo. They can give weapons to these people who came from Somalia. What will happen? We'll find ourselves fighting each other. And that's where they will legitimize that there's white genocide in South Africa. There's killings in South Africa. The way right now the world still believing that there's killings of Christians in Nigeria. The time will come where the people will say there are killings of black South Africans. There are killings of Africans in South Africa. Let us not allow that to happen. Let us not allow that to happen. We are legitimizing there's white genocide, there's black genocide in South Africa. Let us not allow that to happen. This is a trap, family, brothers and sisters. This is a trap. They tried to divide people in Iran, they failed, and now they are after us. The next episode, it's Africa. And one of the growing economy is South Africa. They want to distract the economy of South Africa. The only way is to divide these people, to fight each other and destroy our economy. That's what they are doing. Let us not forget about history. Our enemy is not Africans. our enemy are those who want to control us. And the only way to control us are to make sure that we Africans, we are fighting each other. We are busy fighting each other. Now, our South Africans have been shifting from demanding the land into killing and fighting fellow Africans. Just imagine, the agenda was to take back the land to the land owners. Now the agenda has shifted. Black South Africans fighting black Africans from other African nations. Instead of remaining focused, now we are changing our direction. That's how the whites are enjoying. That's how division are being created. And they are doing this purposely to make sure that Africa or black people will not get or will not gain the land that have minerals, have resources, fertile land. They are making this purposely. Black South Africans will not see the land if they continue this thing that what they're doing. This is a trap. This is a trap. So family, brothers and sisters, have spoken many words. Let us end it here. Let us stop here. But all in all, family, brothers and sisters, fellow South Africans, black, young people, please stop that behavior. Stop that. We are Africans. Have been saying this 100 years to come, all of us will not be here. So do not fight and kill fellow Africans as if we will leave this world forever. We are struggling, all of us. Black people are suffering in America. Black people are suffering in Europe. Black people are suffering in Arab countries. Some of our brothers and sisters were castrated. Our sisters are sleeping with dogs. Africans, we are suffering everywhere. Even here in the continent of Africa, we are still suffering. Who will give us reliefs if we don't support one another? So, if you're new in this platform, make sure that family, brothers and sisters, you join this big family of Make Africa Great by subscribing. And if you've already subscribed, make sure that you like the video and you share this message to Africans here in the continent and to those who are in the diaspora. Of that, let me say, have a nice time. See you in next video. Thank you.